guys, it's Amy Taylor with Lulu Bean Designs. Welcome to File Feature Friday, episode 3. Today we're going to be making a fun birthday shaker card. So I'm going to just give y'all a couple minutes to come on, and I'm going to get everything hooked up to my mini chat. So if you're just coming in, say hello and tell me where you're watching from, and I'll just get everything set up here. Make sure I can see all your comments. Okay, hopefully that is working. I have not used this in a while, so we're going to see how that works. And again, I apologize for the glare. I'm going to get some blinds and do something about that because that is an issue for sure. But I'm going to angle y'all down onto my work surface here in just a minute so you can see what I'm painting. Okay, so we have something new that we're doing today. The way that this works is that if you watch the video and sprinkle the love, we can't say the word, well, I can say it once, but we can't say the word share. Facebook doesn't like when we say the word share during our live videos. So in the crafting world, we use the word sprinkled. So we say sprinkle the love. So if you will please sprinkle the video, share the video, and comment with the word sprinkled, then you will get a message in your Facebook Messenger, and that will give you the coupon code. So you can get this coupon for 50% off on the file that we're making today. Okay, so that's how that's going to work. So if you just say, comment the word sprinkled, then you will get that in your messenger. Now, please let me know if it's not working because, again, I have not used this feature in a while, and I'm just experimenting with it, and I'm hoping that it works correctly today. Okay? All right, so I'm gonna get y'all angled down here so you can see what I'm doing. Thank you for sprinkling, Vanessa. That just helps promote my business. I really appreciate it. Okay, let's get all straight here. So this is the birthday file. A lot of y'all have been posting your beautiful pictures of the spark, the shaker frames, and I've seen such pretty work out there. So you guys have been doing such a great job, and I really love looking at all your pictures. So I can't wait to see what you do with this one. And this one is, you know, birthday themed. So we have a cupcake and we have a present that we're going to be doing today. And what I've done here is, if you've purchased one of these files and you've cut it already, then you know that the way that these work is that you have different layers, okay? So you have where you have to cut some 1/8 inch wood, some 1/4 inch wood, and then you can cut your acetate is the clear material that we use on the cover to keep all the sequins inside. So if you're not familiar with acetate, it's kind of hard to see on camera. You can pretty much see it though. These are the 2 pieces that I cut from acetate today. So normally what I like to do is to also cut some cardstock while I'm at it, because for me on my laser it's the same settings as the acetate. So I just go ahead and lay both pieces down and get them cut out, and that way if I want to put cardstock on the back, I can. Did you ladies know they sell sequins at Dollar Tree? Oh, that's good to know. Thank y'all for sprinkling. I really appreciate it. Please let me know, comment and let me know, are you receiving that message in your messenger? Is it working and you're getting your coupon code? I just want to make sure that that's working for you. Okay, so this material is called acetate, and it's just a clear plastic material. It can be cut with your laser or Glowforge, and it cuts really quick, just like cardstock. So that's why I cut them both at the same time. Someone said, can you do this on your silhouette? You're not going to be able to cut wood on your silhouette. Silhouettes don't cut wood. This is just for lasers. Now you can cut the acetate and the cardstock on your silhouette. That would work. Okay, so this time, a lot of times what I do is I paint the frames. This is the, you know, there's 4 frame pieces. They're all the same. They can go in any configuration. You know, they're identical. So what I do sometimes is I stain them. I've also painted them, but this time I've cut them out of whiteboard. Okay, so I don't have to paint, because I was going to do a white frame today. So I went ahead and just cut some out of whiteboard. And if you're not familiar with whiteboard, you know, it's blackboard on the back, like chalkboard, and then whiteboard on the other side. And it cuts, for me, it cuts a little bit easier than 1/4 inch wood. I have to use a little less power. People always ask me about the settings, but I have a thunder laser, so my settings are going to be a little different than Glowforge. I'm gonna, hold on just a second. Let me go over here on my page and refresh so I can see your comments, because they're going too fast for me to be able to see the entire comment. So hold on one second. Let me get you pulled up on here. I don't want to miss what y'all are saying. Hopefully. Okay. Vanessa, you did not get a message on Messenger, did you? And you typed sprinkled, and you're sure you didn't get a message on Messenger? Is anybody else getting a message on Messenger? Please comment and let me know. I have a VA that is taking care of that for me, and it should be working if I set it up correctly, but it's possible that I didn't. And if so, then I'll give y'all the code. But I would like to be able to do it this way. It just works better, and then I can track all your comments and everything. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and paint the back with some Deco Art Americana paint. This is Ocean Blue. You checked the secret box. All right, give it a few more minutes, and let's just see if anybody else is getting it or if it's a total flop. I don't know. I hope that it works. That's probably not enough paint. All right, yeah, I'm painting this with the Ocean Blue. Okay, the static on the frames, I've had a couple of people ask about static with their sequins. So apparently the sequins are, I guess they're sticking to the acetate. Is that what you guys are talking about with static? I have not had an issue with that, but what I've found in the past is that if you take a dryer sheet and just lay the dryer sheet down and sprinkle your sequins on the dryer sheet, I think it will discharge the static. And that might take care of the problem for you. I would not, you know, rub a bunch of like I would not rub the dryer sheet onto the acetate, because I would be afraid that it would leave some kind of residue and make your acetate not shiny. Let's see. All right. I'm watching to see if y'all will just tell me if you're getting that message or not. I saw one person say they're not getting it, but I didn't see anybody else say they didn't get it. So let's see. And I just usually do one coat of this paint on here, because that with Deco Art paint, that's why I like it, because it seems like it covers really well, and I don't feel like I need to do more than one coat with most of the colors. This blue definitely. Okay. All right, you guys, do one thing for me before I just go ahead and forget about the mini chat link. Instead of typing sprinkled, type the word file in the comments and see if maybe that works. We'll try that one more thing. I so appreciate your patience with that. I don't know what is going on with it. It should be set up correctly. But yeah, somebody type the word file and see if that gets you the message. We'll try that and then we'll go from there. I'm gonna let this dry for a few minutes. So let me set that aside. And then, so we've already got the frame painted, and then I'm gonna do the little cupcake. So I'm just gonna paint the cupcake white, because I really think against that blue that the colors that I do in the sequins are gonna pop. So I don't think I'm gonna need to do like a whole bunch of different colors on the cupcake. So I'm just gonna take my white Posca pen. Is that working for y'all? The file word instead? You can just tell how tech savvy I am, right? And the white Posca pen definitely needs 2 coats. When you first put it on, it kind of has a gray hue on the wood. And you'll think, oh, well, that doesn't look very good. But when you do the second coat, that's all it takes. You just need 2 coats of it. All right, that's not working. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you the code because obviously ManyChat is not going to cooperate with me today. Okay, so the code, it's real secret, y'all. The code for the 50% off is birthday. So if you go to my Etsy site, and I'll put that link in the comments. Here, let me link the listing. See, that's what it was supposed to do. It was supposed to just give you the link to the listing, give you the coupon code, and all of that. That was what was supposed to happen. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, let's see. I'm going to put it in the comments. Okay, so I have linked the file in the comments, and then just use the code birthday and you'll get 50% off. And that coupon code is good for today only. So, and a couple of people had an issue last time with it cutting off at midnight Eastern time because I'm in Eastern time. So I fixed it this time so it won't cut off on you just because you're in a different time zone. All right. Oh, and by the way, I'm painting the cupcake. I'm just painting the 1/8 inch wood because that's what's going to go on the front. So you don't need to paint the 1/4 inch wood. Okay. Just the 1/8 inch. So I did a coat on there with the white, and I'm going to do another coat here in just a minute. And then we're going to go over here to the present. And for the present, I'm going to take the backer. So the backer is cut out in 1/8 inch wood, and all of this is in the file. It tells you what layers to cut out and what materials. So this is your 1/8 inch piece. And I've just cut out, I like to do cardstock. This probably looks white on camera, but if you look really closely, it's like little pale blue polka dots. And so I like to put cardstock on the back instead of painting sometimes because I just think it looks pretty and it kind of gives a finished look. But I do like the cardstock I use to be like a neutral background. I don't want to do anything like really bright because then the sequins don't pop. And I'm only going to use, for the cardstock, I'm just using craft glue. And this is very loved. It's kind of a mess. This is Tombow Mono multi-liquid glue, but you can use Elmer's glue or any kind of like, you know, just paper crafting glue. Because I found that if I use the glue that I use for the wood, that it's, I'm running out of this stuff, that it's going to show through the cardstock. So the coupon code, y'all, is birthday. And I'm sorry that that did not work and just give you the link because that would have been easier for y'all to just have everything in your inbox. But we will get that fixed. Hopefully for the next video, it will work. And I'm just putting my cardstock down on there. You're welcome. Thank you for purchasing. I'm going to mess your name up if I try to say it. Is it like Kika? I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry if I'm messing it up. It looks like such a pretty name. You're welcome, Laura. You're welcome, Stephanie. I'm glad that you guys, Jeanette, do you mean you got it, like you got it in your messenger, in your inbox, or you just got the file? Let me know. Because I can't imagine it would work for some people and not work for other people. Who knows? That's why I got somebody to set it up for me. But see, I still had to activate it, and the problem was probably with me activating it. Aikika. That is very pretty. Okay, so I've put the cardstock on there. Okay, so that part's done. And then I did cut the cupcake out of cardstock. So I'm going to put that on the blue backer here in just a minute. So we're not going to do that part quite yet, though. All right, so now what we need to do is take the present and paint the fronts. So we're just taking these 1/8 inch pieces. Okay, we don't need those 1/4 inch pieces yet. We're going to paint those. So I think for those, I'm going to do this blue Posca color. This is, what color do they call this? Sky blue. Bye, sweetie. And if you guys aren't familiar with Posca pens, they are the best paint pens. They're all I use. I have other paint pens and I just love these. They are wonderful. Most of the colors are one coat. The white, definitely 2 coats, but pretty much all the other colors are 1 coat. Maybe yellow. You might want to do 2 coats of yellow. You just purchased it. You're up to 7 shakers. Oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet. I love making the shakers. They're so much fun. I'm not a painter. I've told y'all that before. I don't enjoy painting. So if I can find small projects that I can do that don't take forever, that I can knock out with paint pens, like mostly paint pens, I am all about it, because those to me are more relaxing and fun, and they don't get me all stressed out. And, you know, I don't think I have the best paint skills. I don't know if y'all can hear my dog clicking around in the background. He's probably going to be snoring here in a minute. But yes, these are so much fun to make. And I love sequins. It's so much fun going to Hobby Lobby and browsing the sequin aisle and finding like all kinds of fun shapes to use. Could you flip them? What do you mean flip them? Vanessa, can you explain? I'm sorry. All right, and then for the little bow on top, I think I'm going to use this Posca color. What color is this? Coral. Paint pens are like coloring for adults. Yes. Like use the cupcake and alone and the gift box on the frame. So no, not for most of these. Most of these, well, if you resize them, I mean, I resize stuff all the time. I mean, I feel like that's the beauty of files. When you buy a file, you can change the size of anything. Like for instance, if I wanted to make a giant shaker, I could make a giant shaker with this file. I would just need to, you know, enlarge it. And if you don't know how to enlarge your pieces of your files, take the time to learn. And I can't tell you how to do it because it depends on what software you use. Some people use Inkscape, some people use Adobe. I use Lightburn. And I can tell you that, you know, it will just open up a whole new world for you with your files, because you can make them in all different sizes. You can grab pieces from one file and use them with pieces of another file. I mean, it just really allows you a lot more flexibility. I'm just slapping one more coat of this white on here. Make sure I'm not missing your comments. But yeah, as is in the file, the present, I don't think the present will fit on the frame. It won't fit on the frame for sure with the words. And you can, I don't know if you can see on camera how much of a difference it makes to add one more coat on here of the white. And sometimes I even do 3 coats, depending on how juicy my white marker is. And I do not paint the edges. I'm not an edge painter. Painting the edges makes me irritated. I don't know about y'all, but it definitely makes me irritated. It is not fun. The edges do not absorb paint well. Yes, you can prime them and sand them and all of that. I do not have the patience for all of that, for sure. But yes, I still appreciate y'all sprinkling the video, even if it doesn't give you your messenger thing, because that really does help me. And I'll get it right next time. I'll figure out what the problem was. All right, I think that's good on there. Now let's do, sometimes I like to start putting everything together and see how it's gonna look before I do all of the elements. So let's do that. Let's take this backer and go ahead and start putting everything on here. So if you haven't made these before, the way that this works is that you're going to put your 1/4 inch down first. Now, because I'm going to do cardstock on the back of this, then I'm going to want to flip this over and I'm going to want to put my cardstock down, and then we're going to put that on here. Okay, so that's why I'm doing this. It just makes a nice, you know, background for the sprinkles, because I feel like a light background just looks better with the sprinkles than a dark background. But that's really just a personal preference. This glue is Stick Fast. This is the glue that I use for these and for a lot of my wood projects. Sometimes I use wood glue, but this is called Stick Fast Thick. And if you guys want to know any of these supplies, you can go to my website, lulubeandesigns.com, and I have a supply list on there, and it'll give you the links to buy acetate, and the glue is on there, and I think I put the Posca pens on there too. This is where I start getting glue all over my fingers. I try not to, but it never seems to work. Okay, so I put the cardstock on there. Okay, so it's going to be on the background, and I'm going to set this over here. I'm going to kind of set it somewhere where the glue won't possibly stick to anything else, and just let that glue dry for a minute. What can we do while we're waiting for that? Let's see. We can go ahead and attach our present. We can go ahead and attach the backer on there. So this is the 1/4 inch. And I use maple. I buy my maple in 4x8 sheets from Lowe's. It's really nice. It's thicker than the birch. It's truly a 1/4 inch, whereas birch, if you measure it, it's really not a 1/4 inch thick. At least not the birch that I was buying at Home Depot. It was not truly a 1/4 inch thick. The maple is a 1/4 inch thick, which is a little bit more difficult to cut, depending on your laser and the settings that you use. But it's it just looks prettier when it's done. Like, it looks more finished and more substantial. Thank you, Laura, for typing the code. Sorry, my phone is ringing. And okay, so then we're gonna do our little bow on top of there. I'm trying to, you know, not be wasteful and use every drop of my glue, clearly, but I'm getting to the bottom of this bottle. I'm always so afraid I'm going to put these together wrong while I'm live, because I'm not paying attention. I'm looking at your comments. I'm trying to catch your comments and I'm not paying attention. I'm like, oh, please don't mess up. All right, so we'll just set that aside for a moment. And then I'll grab my cupcake back over here. So I want to see what this is going to look like on here. And I think I'm going to use, well, let me get the sprinkles in first before I do the letters. All right, so we'll go ahead and glue the frame down. And I love this whiteboard because it's just one less step. You know, you don't have to paint the frame, so it's so nice. So comment and let me know what y'all are doing today. Are you guys, is anybody off for the afternoon? Are you crafting? Are you lasering? What are y'all doing? Are you making shaker frames? All right, there we go. And sometimes what I do, y'all, is, especially if I have a piece of wood that's not quite flat. Sometimes, you know how sometimes you have a piece of wood that's a little bit warped and it looks like it's not sticking down on there. Sometimes I'll take some of these clamps, and you can get these at Dollar Tree. Just make sure that it's on there right where you want it if you do it. And you can actually clamp these to make sure that they're on there really good so they're not going to move around. Just to show y'all one more little trick. That one's not staying on there. Okay. Ooh, double carpal tunnel. That does not sound fun. Not at all. I'm going to let that dry for a few minutes. And then we'll go back over here. So the colors that I was thinking for this, what I do is I pull paint colors out and I see like what I think, you know, I want to do for a color scheme. And I might not actually use all the paint colors, but it helps to inspire me for just the color combinations that I want. And I wanted to do the blue and the salmon color and then like a lime green color. Okay, so those are the colors that I was thinking. So I went and pulled out my sequins in those colors. And these are those little multi-packs of sequins that I just have on hand that I've had forever. So I kind of go to, you know, grab those usually when I'm making these. But I also do buy some of the little shaped ones that you can pick up at the craft store. And we're just going to pull some lime colors. Now, what's fun about this one is you can do different colors in each section if you want to. So you can do anything with this. So I might do, why don't I do this? Let me do the lime in this one. This will be fun. And then I'll go with some of the other. What makes this pretty is just the variation of different shades of the same color. Oh, hey, Kristen, how are you? Thanks for watching. All right, so I'll do the lime in there. And then y'all know my little pickup tool. Where did I put it? That I use for my sequins, my little silhouette pickup tool. So if any sequins are like getting all over the place, I just grab my little pickup tool and do that. All right, so there's our lime ones. And then I think I'll do blue. Let's do blue for the other corners. And just a few different variations of the blue, just to make it really pop and sparkle. Like some of these are kind of iridescent, and then some of them are like a metallic, and I think that that really makes it pretty, catches the light. You'll see when you add like each different shade, it just really makes a big difference. You're like, oh, it's so pretty. Okay, I think those are perfect. And then we'll go with like the pinky kind of salmon color. What are you looking for a link for? Somebody commented and asked for a link. Let us know what link you're looking for. And we'll do this for the bow. Oop, I'm getting sequins everywhere. You could do so many different combinations with this present. You could make this a Christmas present if you wanted to. Lots of different options. Let me do a couple of these. Okay, there we go. So we got our sprinkles in our present. And then we can go ahead and lay the acetate down. Okay, so there's our clear sheet. Now, what I did find with this acetate is that sometimes my laser would leave scorch marks around the edges. And that if the very edges are scorched, that's fine, but sometimes it would be on the back of the acetate around the edges, and I don't want that to show. Like, you've got a good little edge here that it hopefully wouldn't show anyway, but if you're worried that it's going to show, you can take rubbing alcohol and a paper towel and just kind of, you have to kind of rub, you know, pretty vigorously on there, but it does come off. So then just the edges have that scorch on there, and then you don't have to worry about that because you won't even see it. All right, now here's where we have to be really careful not to get glue. Let me make sure my glue is started. Not to get glue down inside where your sequins are. And you also want to be sure that this is dry once you put your acetate down before you pick it up and start shaking. Because if you don't wait for it to dry, then your sequins are going to be stuck to the glue. And that's not the look you want to go for. So just don't get too impatient and want to start shaking, because I know it's exciting. It is for me, at least, you know. Adults get excited about weird things, I guess. But I always get impatient, and I want to go ahead and pick it up and shake it and play and see how cute it looks, but you have to wait for it to dry. All right, make sure that's on there nice and neat. The Pick Me Up Silhouette Tool, yes, you can get that at any craft store. I've had it for years. I have another one somewhere. I have 2 of them, I think. And you can get it on Amazon as well. And now I'm putting down the top part, which is the 1/8 inch piece that we painted. And you do not need much glue for these, you guys. Just a little bit of glue. And make sure you don't drop it on there and get glue all over your acetate. Go. And then our other little 1/8 inch piece. I love how quickly 1/8 inch wood cuts compared to 1/4 inch wood, right? Don't y'all love that? It's so much easier to cut and so much faster. Because I usually cut 1/4 inch all day long. All right, there we go. Now again, I want to pick that up and shake it because it's going to be so cute, but I'm not going to do it yet. I'm going to let the glue dry. You purchased these and you have a Glowforge and you didn't make any adjustments at all. Good. Perfect. Okay, so we'll set that there. Not get too happy with that and want to shake it. All right, I'm going to take off these clamps. And then we're going to put down our little cupcake here. So he's going to go towards the top because we're going to put the word cupcake, or no, I'm sorry, the word birthday at the bottom. And I actually like to paint the word after it's already glued down. Just, I don't know why, just easier than having to hold all those little tiny words. And just make sure that's pushed down really good. For the acetate, I have a Thunder laser, so my settings are not like the same as Glowforge, but I will say that for the acetate setting on my machine, it's the same as cardstock, if that helps. It does not take much power to cut the cardstock and the acetate because it's so thin. All right, so then we're gonna fill. So should we do different colors? I guess in the layers we should maybe do different colors for these as well. What do y'all think? Instead of mixing it all up? We'll do some pink up here. I think I'm gonna end up with too many in there, and then that won't shake because it's just a small little area. So we won't put too many in there. And then I'm gonna skip down here and I'm gonna do pink on the bottom because I'll do green and blue in between. Yeah, don't overfill your little sections because then you won't have enough movement in there. Yeah, you'll find acetate and cardstock super easy to cut. Just make sure you get a few metallic and a few iridescent in there if you have those, because they really do make it sparkle. And that's a little area, so we're not going to overfill that. I think that's enough. Got a blue one in here. Y'all see I got sequins jumping everywhere. Oh, a blue one just went in there. Hold on. This is why this tool is just so handy. Get in there. And then more of our green, kind of greenish teal. Did I do any of those? No. Here we go. Okay. So now we're going to take our little cupcake and attach that. And just be real careful with this glue. Let me get it started. I'm on the lookout for another glue to use with these. I'm thinking if I could find some kind of super glue that has like a little sponge tip applicator, that might be the perfect thing to use on these. So if you guys know of something like that out there, comment and let me know. But I'm gonna go search Amazon and see. The tool, Stephanie, it's called the Silhouette. I think it's called the Pick Me Up. Let me see. Does it say on there what it's called? The Pick Me Up. This is backwards. I know this is backwards to y'all because it's in selfie mode. I'm going to flip it here at the end. Okay. And then where's our little, oh, right here. Yeah, I think like a little sponge tip super glue would probably be the perfect thing for these. All right, there we go. That is super cute. Kind of put pressure on there, make sure that's down. You are welcome. 3M tape. Yes. Why did I not think of that? Because I have a whole stack of it and I never remember to use it. That's why. I don't know why I don't use that stuff. You are so right. That would probably be the best thing to use with these. I got to pull that stuff out. All right, so we just have to put cupcake on here and then we will be done and we can shake and have fun, right? And yes, that would be perfect for these letters too. That 3M stuff. All right, you've motivated me to get that stuff out wherever it is. It's somewhere. So I'm not placing these perfectly at the moment. I just want to make sure like kind of where they're going to be. So I don't have my word off to one side. I think I'm going to have to move it over a little bit though. Let me see, maybe not. And y'all can measure if you want to and be real precise. Yeah, that's going to be about right. And I'm going to paint it after we're done putting it down. So you guys, if you want this file, the link is in the comments. And if you want it for 50% off, today only 50% off, the code is birthday. So hop over to my Etsy site and grab the file while it's half off. And every Friday, I'll be in here doing a live at noon. Now I say that, but actually next Friday is the one day that I probably won't be able to do it unless I get canceled at work. I do have to work next Friday. I'm a nurse. So after that, I'm not going to be working Fridays. I'm just going to be doing my lives. But instead of Friday next week, I'm going to do this on Thursday. But the file that I feature every week is going to be 50% off. Sorry, y'all. I get real quiet when I'm like trying to get something straight because I can't get right over it since I'm on video. Hope I'm not missing y'all's comments. Yeah, you're right. Maybe the sponge tip would get hard with the glue. Maybe that won't work. I just was thinking there was a product out there that might exist that would have something like that, but you're right, it might. It may not for that reason. All right, is that straight? Hopefully that's straight enough. I do need to let that dry for just a moment. If you have any questions, go ahead and comment, and I can better look at the screen while that's drying. Oh, Vanessa, you're so sweet. She said, thank you for being an essential worker. You are welcome. I'm a labor and delivery nurse, so I don't feel like I'm a frontline worker by any means. Most of our patients are healthy. They're just having babies. So it's a fun place to work most of the time, I will say. Glue pens, the blue ones we used as scrapbookers. I have one of those around here somewhere. Let me see. Do I need to clean my desk off. I can't even turn this thing. I got so much stuff around me. I had one of those. Oh, is this what you're talking about? The zig pens? Yeah, that might work actually. I don't know if that would be strong enough to use for wood or not. Because I feel like the stick fast is pretty much like super glue. So it'll glue almost anything. Oh, your son's going to school to be a nurse? That is awesome. Good luck to him. It's challenging now. I would not want to be in nursing school now. I feel like the students, I've seen people have a hard time passing their boards just because it's gotten really challenging. All right. Should I paint birthday in white or is that boring? Should I paint it in like a salmon color or like the green color? What do y'all think I should paint birthday? Let me turn it around so y'all can see it. What do y'all think? Comment and tell me what color to paint birthday. And then this one, I think it's probably dry enough that we can shake it. So look at that. How cute is that? I love it. There's so many possibilities with these, with colors. Salmon, green. I see a couple of people commenting. Sorry, it's like a delay. It takes a minute for your comment to come through. Salmon. All right, that's 2 salmon, 1 green that I see. All right, I'm getting more salmon. So I'll do that. I'll do that color for birthday. And then I'll flip it around so it's not reading the word birthday backwards for y'all. Yeah, I feel like this piece needs a little more color. And you know what I also thought about doing is some of these, I feel like they just need a bow. You know, I feel like I love to make bows. I think everything needs a bow. When I make a door hanger, it has to have a bow. So it would be really cute just to make like a little bow up in the top corner. See, it's so much easier to paint these when they're glued down. And I love how the black edges, like brown, black, whatever you want to call it, kind of, you know, burned edges that the laser does. I love how it just makes the letters pop even more, I feel like. And then I'll probably do another coat of that in just a second. Hey, Amy, how are you? Oh, thank you. Yeah, because that'll really, I think like sometimes light colors with the Posca pens, if you do a second coat, it just really looks a lot better. So we'll do one more coat on there and then let me go ahead and flip this around so y'all can see. Where is it? I always struggle to find the flippy button. Oh, there it is. Why do they make that so hard to do? I don't know. All right. Y'all bear with me because now you're backwards for me. All right, I can probably go ahead and put another coat on here. Let me see so I can see your comments. There we go. Can you sell files and finished items via website instead of Etsy, or is Etsy the way to go? Etsy is where I have been selling for like almost 10 years, I think. I actually opened Shopify a couple years ago, and I just didn't have any luck with it because, you know, people know to go to Etsy. They don't know to go to your standalone site. I think you'd really have to be successful to get a standalone site to work. But I mean, some people do all their business with Shopify and they love it. Just for me, Etsy has been what's worked. Okay, there we go. So I'm not sure what somebody's linking. Silicone glue brush. Oh, all right, Laura, I'm going to check that out. Thank you for linking that. Okay, there's our little sign. It's hard to see, like, you know, them moving around on camera just because the camera's tilted. But yeah, that's super cute. I love it. I love that y'all said salmon for the letters. And I think that's such a pretty shade of blue. So there's that. And then there's our little present shaker. Our little present over here. All right, well, that's it for today, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I'm sorry that my keyword did not work. Once again, the link to this file is in the comments, and I will also add it to the title of the video, and then the coupon code is birthday. Thank you, guys. Thank you for all your sweet comments and for sprinkling the video. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful Friday, a wonderful weekend. Stay safe, and I will see you next Friday. No, I will see you next Thursday, because Foul Future Friday is, I know, it's on Thursday next week. I'm sorry about that. Here, let me, I can put it back up and talk to y'all. And there's my bright window. I'm getting blinds. I will get blinds, I promise. But anyway, it will be next Thursday instead of Friday, and I will probably go live before that to do like another project in between. So, okay, thanks so much, guys. Have a great weekend. Bye.